Congress, remember, had a handsome victory just a few weeks ago in the statewide elections. Now, former Karnataka Chief Minister and senior BJP leader Basavaraj Bommai has hit out at the current incumbent Congress government. He said, and I quote, "This government now has arrogance of power. We're going to see an emergency very soon in Karnataka." We're going to play out for you the entire statement he's made. Then we'll connect with a reporter on the ground.
ನಮ್ಮ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ವಿರೋಧ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೇವೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ಹಲವಾರು ಸಚಿವರ ಹೇಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಈ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರದ ಅಮಲು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ. ಮತ್ತು ಸಚಿವರೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಕೆಲವೇ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ವಾಕ್ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಮೊಟಕುಗೊಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ತಮ್ಮ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ಸಹಮತ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವರ ಧ್ವನಿಯನ್ನ ಇವತ್ತು ದಮನ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಪ್ರವೃತ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರುವಂತಹದ್ದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅತಿ ಶೀಘ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಬಹಳ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿದೆ.
Okay, my colleague Ritu is with us on the phone right now. Let's go over to her for more context. Ritu, we know that in the last few days there have been a number of Congress leaders and ministers who are now in charge that have made statements that the changes that the BJP commissions and higher leadership made to school textbooks, the cow laws that they brought in, all of those would be reversed. At the same time, Ritu, when Bommai says that leaders have said that anyone who disagrees with us will go behind bars, is that true? Have Congress leaders made that statement?
When you see this big statement from the former Chief Minister of Karnataka, Basavaraj Bommai, has coming from the Belgavi district, that he made the statement particularly yesterday while he was speaking about how the Congress party here in Karnataka is functioning. So thereon you see Basavaraj Bommai going on and speaking that the kind of aggressive statements that most of the Congress leaders are making, someone like MB Patil, the minister, and also Priyank Kharge as well, coming out openly saying that how they would go on to repeal few laws, in fact, that which is not according to them as an as per the constitution. So they would try and remove them, repeal them. Few moves of which was taken by the previously BJP government. So you see with those kind of statements coming out there now, Basavaraj Bommai coming out and lashing out, openly saying that if the same continues, because now the principal opposition party here in the Karnataka is of course the BJP, and the people have on one hand given that right to be in power to the Congress party, then on the other hand is that the liberty that the people have also given to the principal party to come out and oppose those moves which aren't in favor of the people, the pro-people moves basically by the ruling government. So that's the reason that BJP feels it's all that their right to speak about few moves of the Congress party that they are planning for, which are unconstitutional according to them.
Ritu,
so that's the reason.
Just stay with us, please. Thank you for that context. Stay with us. We have Sanket Yanagi from the Congress who's with us right now, and I'd like to go over to him to understand. Sir, of course, to some degree, it is customary for a new government to reverse the policies of the previous government. We've seen that taking place in states across the country. But when the Chief Minister makes, or the former Chief Minister makes the accusation that the current government is on the severe side, that there is possibly going to be emergency one day, sir, how does the Congress take it?
In my opinion, mostly he is hearing that view as against the central government, not against the state government.
Okay.
So we have come to power on 13th of May, and the people have already voted BJP against. And the reason behind the BJP was boosted from the power is because they have suppressed the dissent. And the people have voted the Congress to undo the wrongs which the BJP has done. And Congress is in the process of implementation of certain policies which are welfare measures, in as much as is trying to undo the damage which has been caused by the BJP. The BJP wanted to damage the entire state machinery, entire state peace and harmony, and this law and order in this state. And now we are trying to restore it. That is why the BJP seems to be affected or feeling to be hurted. And it is quite obvious also. And there is no state emergency which Mr. Bommai says. Mr. Bommai, when was the Chief Minister, there was a law and order problem in the state. That was a state under the undeclared emergency. And there was no peace and harmony. There were murders after murders. and the communities, especially the minorities and Dalits, were targeted in the state of Karnataka. So the people's voice were not considered at all during the regime of Mr. Bommai, and that he accepted as normal, constitutional, despite the failure of the constitutional machinery during his tenure. In my opinion, he has no locus to talk about, or he has understood the definition of not a normalcy in this situation as normal and the normalcy here as not normal. So in my opinion, nothing more importance to be given to the statement of Mr. Bommai, because Mr. Bommai's party has already been thrown out of the power because of their conduct or their tendency and approach of not considering the voice of the people. People have voted the Congress to undo the damage, and they are doing it. And if he thinks that it is affecting the BJP, then let them air it out. The people are wise enough to understand what is right and what is not right, and they will teach the lesson either to the BJP on those who were supported by the BJP to do the damage to the state.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Yanagi, thank you for putting forward your perspective on this story. Let's